Good afternoon, everyone. So today we are talking about the long-term future and vision here at mIQroTech. And this is important to us because, we are a company who really is passionate about the future and giving back to the world. So once again, starting off with a quote, I like how I started doing that. This one's from George Bernard Shaw. And that is, we are made wise not by the recollection of our past, but the responsibility for our future. And I think that's really critical to us specifically because with our vision of helping and giving back to the world through our devices that will help the environment and the like, our wisdom is coming from that betterment of the future. So anyway, in energy, especially with what we're doing at mIQroTech, we have a massive responsibility to that future. And specifically speaking, we have a responsibility to a cleaner future and a greener future. For a micro-aware project, so that's where we're using the IoT devices and mixing in artificial intelligence to prevent pipeline leaks. We will be completing our mass-produced devices by Q2 this year. And that's really exciting because with that, by Q3, we're tacking on a bunch of customers that, we've already started conversations with and the like. So we've already also opened up conversations with engineers and design firms for our second project, and that will be a deployable drone system. And so how that works hand in hand with what we're doing with the micro-aware system is that the deployable drone systems will be able to be remotely launched and find the specific point where the leak is taking place and monitor how big that leak is. In other words, what crews you need to get involved and activate in order to stop that leak where it is. And that it's a huge undertaking to both make those drones effective in what they do, but also monitoring the chemistry in the air and what pollution is actually being let out. And we plan on creating that system and having it marketed and completed by Q1 or Q2 of 2019. And side by side with that drone solution, while we're working on it, we're going to be modifying our pre-existing solution sets or micro-aware system for frac rigs and deep sea rigs. And the reason is because these are high risk oil production assets. When we think of, all the environmental dangers associated with oil and gas, we actually did a survey on this at one point. And a lot of people, what they say is, the Deepwater Horizon spill, and then they also bring up fracking specifically. And when it's done right, fracking is a fairly safe practice. And likewise, when it's done right, deep sea drilling can be a fairly safe practice. And so with our devices, we think that we can make that safer. We can monitor for blowouts. We can monitor for, endangered assets and the like. And so by creating our devices where we can use the artificial intelligence and the variables that we're already monitoring, we're going to be able to, keep track of, once again, the most important variables to those situations occurring. And with that, we would be able to protect a whole lot of water, especially with the deep sea, right? And so when you think of the long-term objectives of mIQroTech, so now we're talking like 5 years, so 2022. By that time, we hope to have 5% of the total addressable market. And what that will take is a whole lot of customer acquisition and marketing. And so by really creating a team where, we're customer focused, customers will build on themselves. And likewise, marketing to outreach to more customers and really, show them that our product is top notch. That's what it's all about. And we also, by this time, hope to have begun our first lateral expansion into another market. And so what that means is going from one market to another. And so while we're working on our oil and gas stuff, we're also going to be working on domestic water. And why that is because well over 10% of fresh water is wasted every year through needless leaks. And so with our oil and gas technology, we would have perfected that and already have it working on, hopefully by that point, once again, 5% of the pipelines in America, if not more. And so going into water where we can, make sure that we're not wasting more water that doesn't need to be wasted. And with our smart asset management and also purification systems, that kind of goes hand in hand with our pre-existing solution set. So then really long-term goals. So now we're talking about 10 years out. We actually hope to branch off into overseas security. And this may seem odd, but when you think about the money used to fund terrorism and nefarious groups overseas, estimates are as high as 70% is obtained through black market oil and gas. So that means that pumps, rigs, pipelines are being stolen, and then they're taking the commodities and the assets to resell to make a profit and fund their war efforts. And that's not good. So if we could remotely detect these groups, shut down these pipelines and assets, and encrypt the system so that they're unusable, they would lose the sellability of the commodity. And so we would systematically defund those groups. And so there's a famous quote that is, the wars of the 21st century will be fought over water and oil. And so what we want to do at mIQroTech is we want to prevent the environmental waste and the violence that comes with those commodities. We want to aim for a smarter world, and specifically a smarter energy industry where we just don't have waste. And so focusing on this technology and bringing this technology into the future is beyond important. So once again, we thank all of our investors for where we've gotten thus far and being able to bring our technology set into tomorrow. And so right now we're sitting at, over 500% of our initial goal, and that's just beyond incredible. And so keep texting, tweeting, LinkedIn-ing, telling your friends, family, keep posting about mIQroTech, because that added traction helps us get more investors and helps bring this technology to the future even faster. And, this is a future that we all want. We all want a cleaner future. We all want a future with less violence. We all want a future where everybody has fresh water. So let's keep working on this. We're a team, and you can expect us to really be plugging away on the development and everything that's going on here. We're getting ready for Cincinnati, so that's a lot of work in and of itself. But we have servers that are going up with us and everything like that. So once again, lots of stuff going on here at mIQroTech. We will keep you involved. We love the back and forth with our investors and our team. So yeah, keep up, guys. You guys rock. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Bye.